Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Meijer. At Meijer, you get more of the things you want most. More importantly, you get them for less. Visit any one of Meijer's 123 stores all across the state of Michigan for all your home, garden, and grocery needs. Meijer, why pay more? Well, it was milestone night last night here in the Motor City, and tonight the Rockers look for 3 more points. Good evening, I'm Ben Salagi along with Brady Beaton here in the Meijer broadcast booth for another edition of Motor City Rockers Hockey on the Rockers YouTube page and on Twitter, also known as X. Brady, last night, guys got back in the saddle here at home. Last weekend, of course, their 3-game winning streak at home was snapped, but got back on the right foot thanks to guys that had been out for a while.
Yeah, absolutely, and the thing that was encouraging is that there were areas of improvement, that they could play better and that Motor City can play a better brand of hockey. And if they want to be in the mix with Binghamton, who is playing Elmira tonight, they're going to be a heavy favorite out in New York, that you have to get another 3 points. You have to make this a big weekend so you set up with 3 of your next 4 coming against the Black Bears. Yeah, you can't let a team like the Blue Ridge Bobcats slide through your fingertips, but I thought they played pretty well. I thought they finished it out well, and Trevor Babin still can't say enough about what a fantastic performance he had a night ago.
Yeah, Trevor Babin, as we call him, the Dark Knight here at Big Boy Arena, patrolled Gotham with a sense of fury, took puck to the dome in the game in the second period, but I mean, other than that, he was absolutely 100% fantastic, stopping point-blank opportunities, stopped a really big opportunity from Daniel Martin in the wing part of the far circle. But yeah, Trevor Babin's been absolutely incredible. A couple of guys, though, that have been absolutely incredible. Pavel Svintsov, since coming back from injury, in his last 8 games, has had 7 points in those 8 games. Last night debuted with a new lineup. How do you think he fared in that lineup last night?
I really like the idea there is, yeah, he can score goals, but he's going to be one to drop it off to Koash or Conway, and those are going to be the 2 guys that light the lamp and have lit the lamp in the past for Motor City. I like that dynamic. It brings a different type of game than the second line. So the first line, maybe a little more finesse, a little more speed, and then you go into a line with Gaudet and Delaney that have some size that can push you around a bit. So it gives head coach Gordy Brown a few options on what he wants to do.
Yeah, and right now Motor City has a couple of options. We mentioned it in the standings. Binghamton is going to be playing Elmira tonight. They still pace the pack in the Empire Division. Motor City, though, with Danbury being idle yesterday, got a game and a half on them. They were only a half game up. Now they're 5 points ahead. Danbury, of course, playing tonight against Watertown. So we will watch that closely as well as we have all across everything. But again, Danbury playing pretty good. Actually, this is pretty cool. We're getting some lights on. But again, Danbury playing pretty well. Binghamton's just been this beast. I know we talked about it a little bit yesterday. How sustainable is it for those Black Bears just to keep rolling the way they have? They've been rolling through their competition. It seems like they can't even be slowed down by any stretch of the imagination.
Ask Columbus, ask Carolina. They've been pretty consistent at it for 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
So Motor City, again, it comes back to how important this series is. If they're not going to stumble against any teams, then you're going to have to really earn your way if you want to claim this division. And it starts again. It started last night. You got a solid 3 points. Hey, don't have one of those. Celebrate the win Friday night. You come out a little sluggish on Saturday. Come out fast because Blue Ridge played pretty well to start the game last time. I want to see a quicker start from Motor City tonight.
Yeah, quicker start for Motor City would be appreciated. They do start out a little slow, but they do get things going as we're about to get things going here. Players coming out of the tunnels. You see the lights starting to sprinkle and pepper around Big Boy Arena, but we'll get into a little bit more on the schedule as well. We know we're going to be in Binghamton on Friday, but then we have 2 against the Wolves before we host the Black Bears the following weekend. But again, we will step aside. We will hand it on over to our public address announcer, Johnny G., who will give you the starting lineups and the national anthem, which will be sung by Nick Wasilewski, and we'll come back with the start of the first period in just a few minutes. Another fantastic rendition of the national anthem by Nick Wazalewski. Does a great job doing the anthem for us here this season at Big Boy Arena. Brady does a great job. Happy that he's our broadcast partner as always. Oh, we have a change in net. Good call, Brady. Well, we're going to give you the starting lineups. Brady, you're Johnny on the spot.
I was getting ready for them, and it's not Owen Liskovitz and net. Connor Green between the pipes for the Blue Ridge Bobcats. In front of him, the defensive pairing of Andrei Ivanov and Igor Dolkart will be the defensive pairing for the Bobcats. The forwards, Vladisov, along with Dominic Matonik, and also Sava Smirnov will start for the Bobcats. For your Motor City Rockers, on defense, Josh Colton and Mike Wynn will be the D pairing, and then it's the line of Jonathan Giuliano, Roman Gaudet, TJ Delaney, and back in net for a second night in a row, number 72, Trevor Babin.
The Dark Knight patrols Gotham once again. We've had the bat signal out. He will be in, of course, if Motor City probably wins. Again, we would hope that would happen. We would like to see Ricky tomorrow. Ricky needs to build his confidence back up. Ricky's more of a Jimmy Howard type goaltender where he deflects. Trevor Babin is more of a Mike Vernon who, absorbs and freezes. So it would be nice if we could see Ricky tomorrow help rebuild that confidence, because despite getting shelled the past couple of times Ricky's been out, his stats are still pretty exceptional.
Well, yeah, got to focus on what's in front of you, and that's game 2 of a 3-game set. Hey, it's really hard to get a sweep in any professional league when you have a 3-game weekend series, but you can't get 3 if you don't get 2, and again, it starts in a moment. Once we get the puck drops over with, then, again, talked about it in the pregame, getting off to a hot start for Motor City.
Yeah, of course, this is a 3-game weekend. Next weekend will be a 3-game weekend as well, one in Binghamton, and, of course, you have 2 in Watertown before Binghamton comes back here the following weekend on February 9th and 10th. We've talked about it. It's a big, big stretch of games coming up. But as Brady said, you can't look ahead. You got to win day 1 before you can look at day 2 and then day 3 and day 4. Of course, you see the guys on the ice. They're wearing specialty uniforms. You like them? I like them. They are designed for autism awareness. The bottom of the uniform is in jigsaw puzzle pieces in gray, purple, and white. If you like those jerseys, you want one for yourself, follow our social media pages. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. There's a link to the Dash auction website where we had the ugly sweaters, if you remember, just a month ago. You can bid and get one of these jerseys. All proceeds will go to Freddie the Pizza Man's Foundation. We hope to have Freddie during the first intermission to talk about his philanthropy and his mission, and maybe a little bit of Lions. We're underway here at Big Boy Arena. Motor City did not win the draw. They have to get it out of the D zone. Delaney in trying to get it out of the wall. Wynn's going to have to go behind the net to get this one. Motor City had a nice win yesterday, but a lot of scoring in the game was near the end of each period.
Yeah, for a game that went up and down, it felt like it was more offensive heavy. Not a ton of goals, and again, one was an empty netter. So the way the flow of the game happened last night wasn't reflected on the scoreboard.
No, definitely was not. It was, like I said, a lot of action in the late stages of the periods. Basically, it was 15 minutes of back and forth little jabs and then 5 minutes of action. Here's Nick Miguel Diaz firing that one on Green. Green kicks that one away. Again, thought we were going to see Owen Liskovitz, who started last night, but again, Brady was Johnny on the spot on that one. There's a shot from the outside.
I thought Liskovitz played a pretty solid game. One goal he let up wasn't, he probably wanted that one back, but there was a lot of good opportunities for Motor City. I thought he kept Blue Ridge in it at times.
He really did. It was a pitcher's duel for a while, and then Motor City found a way to break through. Was talking with Coach Brown before the game. Of course, he was not happy. And how can you say, well, how can you not be happy? You won 4-1. Well, again, there was a lot of defensive lapses, a lot of things to clean up, a lot of, that one rang off the post as it came from the outside. But again, you want to clean up the things, and he wanted more of a dominant performance instead of, again, having those spurts near the end of periods.
Well, there was, again, a lot of high-quality opportunities on the doorstep of Trevor Babin. He was an eraser last night, and that's something you don't want to, a habit you don't want to fall into if you're Motor City.
Yeah, no. You want to help the goaltender in front. Granted, yes, it's nice to have Trevor Babin who can erase a lot of mistakes. But, yeah, you definitely don't want to rely on that and have it become a crutch. You want to be able to help him out. That one was flicked out by Kuhn. It's going to be sent right back. Rotundi dumping it in as he crossed the timeline. Kuhn will chase after it. Fields just past him, and that will be icing. 2.5 minutes into the period. Still getting an offensive flow for both teams. Yeah, Blue Ridge, despite their record, we're going to sound like a broken record because of it, but despite their record, they play you tough. They really do take it to you. They're just polishing up a little bit, right? They're getting their systems perfected, battling teams tough. They just got to get that extra notch to get wins and to get back in the standings in the Continental.
Well, to make it as simple as possible, basically, if you can hold Blue Ridge to 3 or less, you're going to have a really good shot at winning.
Yep.
Because consistently, they've given up about 3.5 goals most of the season, really. And if they can make it a shootout, hey, then they have a shot. But
right.
If you can hold Blue Ridge to just a couple of goals, you're going to win a lot more than you lose against this team.
Yes, you will on the road. They've only scored at most 5 goals, and that 5th goal was earned in a shootout win. So the most they got in regulation is 4. But again, yeah, if you can hold them to under 3.5, chances are you might win the game.
Newberg a little frustrated. He thought he could chip it off the boards and get by the Motor City defense. Had an opportunity to go by the wayside because there was nobody in front of him if he executed that just a little cleaner.
Yep. Again, it's those little things, right? And in sports, things can happen. There's the infamous quicksand effect. The harder you work, maybe the faster you sink. But also you have those mental walls that seem like they're 10 feet high, when they're really only maybe 1 or 2 feet. You can easily just step over them. But again, it's learning how to finish games. It's fighting all the way through 60 minutes, and that's still what Blue Ridge is learning, even though they're halfway through their first season. They're getting there. They play teams tough. But again, it's just getting over those hurdles and being a complete team. We talked about it yesterday as well, as there's a wraparound attempt. No one was home for it. Nets off the moorings. But again, just to finish the thought, they're still, in their first season, but they had the roster turnover, right? They really solidified their defensive core, bringing in new guys. Also in the expansion draft, picking up guys like Cody Oakes, who did play here in Motor City, played in Carolina, a really good defender, a guy who knows the league, who can be a good cornerstone, not only in your defensive core, but in your entire roster as well. So even though fans of Wytheville maybe not be happy with the results so far, I don't think the light at the end of the tunnel is necessarily a train coming to kill you. Wytheville has it in the corner. That's Delcart with it. No, excuse me. That's Smirnoff. Smirnoff dumps it off to the far side. Now here's Martin. Martin can't get a finger on the trigger there. Conway overskates the puck. Now it's in the corner. Colton coming into battle, but he can't get the puck. Motor City still trying to get control of the puck here. Koash offering a hit. Last night offered a really big hit on Alex Basie. That was kind of out of character for Scotty. See, threw his weight around.
This is a lot of what Motor City did in the third period. Yeah. Kept Wytheville to the boards. Didn't allow them in between the circles, those high quality opportunities. Tightened it up a little bit. I like what I've seen out of the first handful of minutes here from Motor City. Yeah,
defense looks a little bit better. There's a shot by Hall. Babin catches the line drive and freezes it right there.
And that's one you expect your goalie to make. No traffic out in front. A wrist shot from straight in front. Didn't have a ton on it. Yeah, you can count on Trevor Babin to make those saves. Maybe not some they were asking him to make a night ago.
100%. There's a face-off in the near side circle after that. Martin and Koash going at it. Koash with a good win there. No, excuse me, that was not Koash, that was Kuhn. Kuhn just out of his reach. Hall plays it taps it. Miguel Diaz, though, settling it down. Here's Milam. Gets it ahead to Kuhn. Kuhn in the far side circle. Fires that one. Green just kicks it away. Motor City still trying to get some time on attack. Here's a giveaway. Hall's going to come in. Backhands this one down low. Babin kind of settles it down, but the puck's still loose. Bonta, who did not play yesterday, playing tonight. Quick D to D, and that will be dumped in. Nicoletti dumping that one. Here's Milam. Milam just sends a pop fly to center. Nicoletti will settle it down, banks it back to the middle, but can't find a teammate. Here's Gaudet. Far side circle. Roman blowing a tire. It's going to be a giveaway, and here comes Whitville.
Yeah, still had two guys back in the neutral zone, so you could be a little more hyper-aggressive as the forwards. I think the D-men were actually coming off for a change, so you knew you had guys behind you. You weren't going to give up an odd-man rush the other way.
No. Motor City did get a new pair of D-men. It's Rotundi and Fields. Fields on the opposite side, forcing that one. Ciolik picking up the puck for Blue Ridge. He gets hit along the boards by Rotundi and gets pinned there. Wolf coming in to help. Fields getting hit, but Delaney gets it, and here comes Motor City inching it along. Giuliano, rink-wide pass. Delaney's going to get there in stride, takes it to the end line, gives it on up. Oakes sends it the other way. Now Blue Ridge. Ciolik will dump it in. Blue Ridge going to look for a partial change as well. Fields battling for it. Puck at the point. Shot from the outside. Babin sticks it away. Motor City still chasing the puck here. Wolf centering it in front. Babin swiped at it. Motor City clears it to center, and Basie is going to help reverse course. Wolf back to Basie. No one's there. Motor City can change out the defensive core, and they will. Svintsov, Koash, and Conway, your forwards. Wynn and Colton, your defenders. Svintsov, nice stop. Gets room, finds room, fires it a little too high. Wynn's going to get the rebound and keep it in. Conway into the slot. Koash somehow still gets a shot off as he laid on the ice. Good save there by Green.
Well, Koash showed off his balance and a little bit of power, being able to withstand a double team. And yeah, he pushed it wide of the net, but he kept it deep in the zone and kept the opportunity there.
It's funny, I talked to him before the game, wanted to congratulate him on his milestone. He said, as Scotty is, said thank you. But it didn't seem like he enjoyed his time off. Brady, your suspicions when he was gone were dead accurate. I'll put it that way.
Had a feeling.
Yeah, he said, I didn't see any ice time. I was the 11th forward the whole time. So makes a lot of sense why teams call for Scotty and he's more hesitant. Of course, that happens with a lot of high-profile guys in the league here in the Fed. They do get opportunities, but after a while, you kind of get sick and tired of not playing, so you rather get the reps you get here.
And also, living out of your car can be tough. I mean, these places aren't close together.
No, they're not. Here's an opportunity for Motor City. Centered and dropped off, and Wells couldn't get there. That was George Holt who left it for him. Holt coming back to the roster. He's one of those local guys who can basically come in and come out. One of those guys, of course, Brandon Contrado played yesterday, not playing tonight. Had other obligations. Here's Bonta. Gets it to Newberg. Bounces off his stick, and that's going to go. And good catch by the security guard. And that'll take us to our first media timeout. Had a couple of shots on goal. Brady, who's leading in that department? And if there's anything going on in the Fed, update us on the out-of-town scoreboard as well.
Well, nothing else going on around the Fed. Next game drops the puck at 7 o'clock. But not a ton of shots. 4 for Motor City, only 1 for the Bobcats, and that's really about all there is to say in this intermission. Watertown, Danbury dropped the puck at 7, along with Elmira at Binghamton, and then just 5 minutes later, Baton Rouge at Columbus. Night off for Port Huron and Mississippi tonight.
Yeah, of course, Port Huron started their weekend on Thursday, so it makes sense.
Now, Elmira's going to have to play 4 and 4.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's I wouldn't like that if I was a coach or higher up in an org and I was looking at my schedule and I saw Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, there's that, and also Elmira is, I put this in air quotes, the league's team. Our commissioner is, of course, the GM of Elmira, helping them out. Don does a good job out there. So that's why, of course, the joke around the league is that Elmira's the league team. What was some of that inside information?
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk off here.
Okay. Good to know.
Motor City actually picked up the penalty. They're going to get Milam for the delay of game. I believe it was delay of game at the
when he flipped it out.
Yeah, at the end of that sequence.
Yeah, it did not get deflected. Of course, we will get that confirmed for you, and that's exactly what it is. Brady, Johnny on the spot. Of course, yesterday, Blue Ridge had two coming on in as it looked like Vlasov there knows Matonik. Matonik gets the puck back. Cycling to Vlasov, back to Matonik. Matonik to the point. Delcart, far side. Vlasov drops it off. No one home for it. Motor City is going to get a charge. Here's Kowash. Allows Motor City to get a change. There's a shot on Green. It's going to kill some time. Svinsov comes in to help. Gives a good pass to Colton. Quick D-to-D to win. And Motor City killed a valuable 15 seconds or more there. There's only 55 left in Milam's punishment.
Couple of smart hockey plays. Finsoff, instead of trying to stay aggressive on the shorthand, being shorthanded, gave it all the way back and was able to milk about 10 to 15 seconds more off that clock.
Yep. Had that great pass yesterday that opened up for Kowash's goal. Of course, avoided a hit in front of us, still passed it. Cross ice pass to Fields, who dropped it off to Conway to open up Kowash last night. Here's Smirnoff with the puck at the point. Quick pass to Martin. There's a shot. Babin makes the save. Hall will chase the rebound. 20 seconds left in the power play pelt opportunity. There's another shot. Deflected by Hall. Went wide. Did not get home to Babin. 10 seconds now. Svinsov really pressuring the point. Coming in. Motor City getting a stick lift. Good play by Pavel. Can't clear it though. 5 seconds left. Smirnoff near side circle. Fires it. Hall again blocking that one, and Jamie Milam is a free man.
Just so much traffic out in front again, keeping Blue Ridge around the edges, never got into the high leverage areas, able to kill their first penalty of the night.
They were able to get that first power play pelt. Motor City in the league is third on the PK, but that icing, of course, will take us back into our second media timeout here. Brady, anything change on the shot department?
Well, in the shot department, it was a very short time between media timeouts. Blue Ridge actually got a few shots out there. It's just a 5-4 advantage for Motor City over the Bobcats. And like I said earlier, no games in the Fed drop the puck until 7 p.m.
Yep, again, we're going to be watching Watertown and Danbury. Going to watch that one. Of course, Motor City has a game and a half point-wise. They're 5 points ahead of the Hat Tricks. Of course, we'll watch Binghamton, even though Binghamton's going to be the heavy favorite against Elmira as well. So hoping things go our way, because again, we're going to take a look at the schedule after this weekend. It's a 3-game weekend out in New York, one against Binghamton on Friday, 2 against Watertown on Saturday and Sunday, before we come home and host Binghamton for 2 games on the 9th and 10th.
And right now you're playing for the right for those games to have a big fight feel, to have a lot of meaning. Again, this weekend is imperative that you take the points that are out in front of you, and then when you go out to Binghamton, you're going to be a little healthier. You're going to be a little more fully staffed than you were last time you made the trip to New York. There's a chance to show them what Motor City can look like at full strength.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see, because the last time we were out there, we were definitely not at full strength. So again, would like to flex your muscle. Motor City in the face-off circle on the near side. Kowash does not win that one. Oaks, though, losing the puck. Coming with it in a race is Svinsov. Has Milam coming in for help, but Svinsov gets pushed to the wall. Rink-wide pass. Kowash joining everyone late. Firing it wide. Rebound comes out, and Mike Wynn will settle it down.
Oaks did a good job on that initial rush to cut down the angle, not give them anywhere to go.
Well, Colton gets to an opportunity. There's Wells firing that one high and wide. Colton's going to get the rebound, send it back. Wells, everyone kind of looks disjointed. You're seeing a couple of rockers come on and come off. Seems like there was a miscommunication in something. There's now Holtz on the ice. Wells is on the ice. And now finally joining them will be Kuhn. Colton keeps it in. Wells backhands this one. Going to get cut off at the half wall. Cody Oakes trying to get control of it here. 8:40 left in the first period. Still scoreless, though it was very similar story last night. Of course, we did not get a goal until 5:44 left in the first. That was Scott Coash's 100th point as a Rocker. Colton will pick it up, hide behind the net. New players come on. That's Delaney, Gaudet, and Giuliano. Wynn and Colton looking for a breakout opportunity. They're just going to play catch back and forth, taking their time, and that did not hit a teammate, so that will be icing. Gaudet was the intended target to tip it for the dump in, and just couldn't get fabricated wood or fiberglass on that piece of rubber. So that'll put the face-off again to the left of, well, it looked like to the left of Trevor Babin. That's where the officials pointed, but they're going to go to the opposite side. Nothing makes sense tonight. I don't know what it is. Rosters are all jangled. Switching starting goaltenders right before the start of the game. Bonta can't keep it in. He goes, chases it back, getting pressured by Gaudet. Of course, last night also didn't make sense with the officiating crew that we had. Not a lot of penalties called. Normally those guys like to direct traffic.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty clean game. I didn't think there were any abhorrently missed calls. There was some that, hey, if you wanted to be tight with it, you could have called them, but I didn't think there was any issue at all.
No, it's just a little different with the officiating
crew.
Especially
from the last time. And with Port Huron's in town, everyone's a little more on edge as well.
Yeah, that is 100% true. Devon Fields going to swipe at it, can't get it out. Kept in his second attempt. Will spring the offense for Motor City. Conway knifing back to the point, dumps it in. Fields will chase after it. Conway going to hit at the half wall with Hall. Fields just, from the outside! That's number 1 for Devon! Save that puck, baby! Similar to last night when Blue Ridge got their first goal, but Devon Fields, welcome to the Fed with your first goal. It's a 1-0 game.
And I'm going to give Connor Green the benefit of the doubt. He had to have been screened because that shot did not have a lot on it, did not have anything really special. I don't think it was tipped. There wasn't a lot of traffic in his sight line, at least from the angle I had a look at. Hey, you take them however you get them, but hey, congratulations on number 1 this year for Devon Fields, but that is one that I think Connor Green's going to want back.
Yep. I was going to say, it was kind of, again, Babin last night didn't see that one kind of go by either.
Had an old mentor tell me that if he was going fishing, I think he'd throw that one back.
Yeah. A little bit. Motor City, though, has a 1-0 lead. A little bit earlier than yesterday, but still relatively in a similar time slot. But Devon Fields getting a big one. And the funny thing is the difference between the goal from the outside last night to tonight, it's more of a floater from Devon. Last night it was a hard blast
from Contrado. Put it in the right spot, but that's what I'm talking about. There was not. If I'm Motor City, I see that. If I can see Connor Green's jersey, I'm just sending it on net because he either isn't seeing the puck well or there's something up because that probably shouldn't have been a goal.
Oh, here's another opportunity. Delaney firing that one wide. Green looked prepared for that one.
Love the thought process there. Had a good look at it. Hey, much better opportunity.
Now there's an opportunity. Jonathan Giuliano, red hot. The veteran gets another one.
That one looked like the defense let him down a bit. Giuliano, not an imposing presence on the ice, but was able to stick hand on the doorstep and just backhand one in on the short side. Yeah, that's a really bad giveaway. That one not on Connor Green.
No, it's not. That is Jonathan Giuliano again. He's been red hot, had 2 points last night. In his last 5 games, he has 4 goals. The veteran finding the fountain of youth. Love it.
Well, again, I like the idea with the line he's on. You get 2 bigger bodies around him. You have a more, like I mentioned, more of a finesse guy, one that can do what he just did. So you get two guys to clear space for him. I like what Gordy Brown does with Giuliano.
Gordy Brown knows how to mix and match a lineup. Of course, there was a milestone last night. Gordy Brown is near his first milestone as a professional head coach. Of course, coached in juniors, coached high school hockey, but this is his first professional opportunity with Motor City. He's in his second year, but he is 2 wins away from 50. So, could have another milestone this weekend if everything goes according to plan. Motor City trying to get the puck. There's Milam. Quick little bank pass. Can't be picked up by Miguel Diaz, though. Conway also battling two Blue Ridge players to try to get control of the puck. There's a shot by Newberg. Babin makes the save. Miguel Diaz gets the breakout going. Good bank pass. Better breakup there by Basie. If not, Svintsov could have easily raced in.
Keep the pressure on. Hey, you took a game last night where Blue Ridge probably played a little better than the score suggested. They have a chance to maybe break their spirit a little bit here in the first period.
Well, yeah. Make the weekend even longer. Right now it feels plenty long probably for Blue Ridge. They're down 2-0. Got outplayed last night in a defeating way. See what they can do here. Bonta tying it up. Same thing with Nicoletti. No one was there. Centering opportunity for Motor City. Picked up by Colton. Another centering opportunity. Kuhn! Kuhn again getting his own rebound, and Green making 2 saves. And that'll take us into immediate timeout, the final one of the period. But man, oh man, Motor City just keeping that offense rolling.
I believe that was Wells who was in there, basically clearing the way out in front, did a nice job in front of the crease, just didn't lead to a goal, using his big body to create space.
Well, let's while we're in the media timeout, take a quick opportunity to update us on the shots. And of course, still waiting for the rest of the games to join us in the Fed, but shots, Brady, what are they at?
Shots on goals, 7-5. Motor City has the lead on the scoreboard and in the shots department. For the scoring summary, both goals were listed as unassisted, so Fields and Giuliano pick up unassisted goals to make it 2-0.
Well, there you have it. Motor City, of course, had an unassisted goal last night. That was Declan Conway's goal. And tonight, 2 unassisted ones. But yeah, I mean, it's right. Devon Fields, when he shot it from the outside, picked up a loose puck against the wall. And again, Jonathan Giuliano forcing a turnover right in front of the net and getting a goal. So kind of a unicorn in that regard as well. Just 2 goals, no apples. Motor City, of course, we want to remind you that we have help. If you need help saving on insurance, maybe you're checking to change your coverage. Ronald Shocker is your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township off Van Dyke. He and his team have been protecting and providing Michigan families with home, auto, life, and health insurance since 2016. For all your insurance needs, trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Shocker and request a quote today. Well, Jonathan Giuliano, our last goal scorer, gets the win in the face-off circle. There's a shot from the outside. Wasn't on target. Rebound still in the wild. Green's going to poke it away. Delaney centers it. And Gaudet gets spun out. Motor City still trying. Delaney has control of the puck. Slid it to the wall, I should say. Can't say sliding it. Now it's going to be picked up by Bonta. Flicks it to center. That's going to be intercepted. Good play by Milam. Everyone tags up, but Motor City couldn't get a rush out of it.
And Motor City really dominating this period. I think Wytheville has a little bit of a step behind. Last night played so well, didn't have much to show for it, and tonight they find themselves down 2-0 early. Someone for them needs to be a spark plug.
Yes, they do. Centered in front. Gaudet. No, that was Delaney. Gaudet just leveled a hit. But, man, this line is really buzzing.
And again, Blue Ridge on their heels. Motor City really controlling the pace. That's the first even decent opportunity they've had in a while.
Yeah, first time in the offensive zone in what seems like ages. Motor City, another frequent trip here, and they're going to call off sides on Koash. Just a little too early. Conway did not hustle across the blue paint. And everything coming up Motor City right now. Of course, tomorrow, I want to remind you, the Lions will play at 6:30, but we will play at 2 o'clock. You can get 4 tickets for $24 if you're planning to go to a Lions viewing party. Wear your Lions gear. You can take advantage of that 4 for $24 deal. Maybe you're having some neighbors over. If you walk up and use the FanSaves app, we will give you a voucher for 5 free tickets so your neighbors can see a game for free. Also, there's $5 beer and hot dog combos tomorrow. So if you want to get a little pregame going, make sure you do it responsibly. But you can have some hockey and then see if the Lions can make their first ever Super Bowl. Which I never thought I'd say those words ever as a Detroit native and resident, I'll tell you that. Face off in the far side circle. Koash looking across the dot against Smirnov. Smirnov, Koash is going to win that one. It's going to come back to Smirnov. Ivanov has it at the point. There's a shot deflected in front.
I think Fields lifted that one up into the corner.
Yeah.
Not much Trevor Babin can do. Bobcats were throwing pucks on net all night long last night. They didn't really get one of those bounces. Tonight they do, and they needed that one big time. So it halves the deficit with still 3 minutes to go in the period.
I was going to say, I think you're right. I think Devon was the one who lifted it, unfortunately. But he was battling in front. They're going to credit the goal to Vladislav Vlasov, who now has number 9 on the year. The young man from Kimchi, Russia, cutting into the lead. Yeah, I was going to say, looking at the replay, yeah, that might be an own goal.
Yeah, the backhand of Devon's stick lifted it up. He was just tying up. That's just some bad luck. Rotten luck. No one really to blame for that one. Now it's all about the response, and do you let Blue Ridge build off of it?
Well, there's just that last night, when Blue Ridge got their goal, Declan Conway, a minute 10 later, restole the momentum for Motor City. But here's Blue Ridge. They're looking really energized. Cody Oakes getting right through the middle. There's a shot, though. Miguel Diaz deflects it out of play. But I'm trying to think. I mean, that might not, if that was truly off Fields, the goal would be awarded to Andrea Ivanov. So we got to check that. As of right now, we will give it to Vladislav Vlasov, but it might be another Russian who gets credit. We'll have to check that with our off-ice officiating crew. Make sure that's accurate. Newberg and Giuliano going at it at the face-off circle on the near side. 2:38 left here in the first period. Motor City going to lead the charge here. TJ Delaney racing in along the wall. Going to take it deep. Get ridden all the way there by Basie. Gaudet looking for positioning. Overskates the puck. Now offering a hit instead. Kept in by Miguel Diaz. Oakes has control of it. Gets it to center. Gaudet will send it right back. Green settles it down. Rockers will get a line change behind the play. Martin trusts Basie to lead the breakout. Basie to the far side. Motor City, good pressure. It's anyone's opportunity. There's a shot. No, big save. Man, Svintsov almost got his first goal in a while.
Had a great opportunity. Started with a terrific forecheck. Maybe an ill-advised pass from Blue Ridge. And Connor Green, he's made some saves he shouldn't, and he's let some in that maybe he shouldn't.
Well, the blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. Right now, that's Connor Green's story. 90 seconds left in the first period. Koash trying to find a teammate. It's going to go wide. Play will continue. It was not even close to icing. Don't know why Blue Ridge stopped playing the puck for a second. Does not matter. Here come the Bobcats on a 2-on-1. Hall going to crash the net. Backhand, and that's going to be sent wide. Daly offering that shot. Puck goes out of play with 68 seconds left on the clock.
That's something Blue Ridge did a night ago. They just take too long to make a decision on an odd man rush, which makes the job easier for Trevor Babin and whoever's out there defensively. That, hey, just hold on to the puck. Eventually an option or two is going to run out, and then there's only one spot to go. And that's part of the reason why Trevor Babin was able to make some saves in precarious spots.
Yep, Gary, Green's a squirrel. You got it. It's like Rocky and Bullwinkle. He's a flying squirrel. How about that? Play will continue. Dumped in by Wells. Motor City chasing after it. Coming in now is Vlasov. Going to be taken off the puck. Dumped on in by Delcard. Now it's going to come right back. Delcard has to play it. Ivanov on a D-to-D. Motor City just happy and content keeping these guys on the outside, holding a 2-1 lead. Delcart gets it back up ahead. Can't find tape to tape. Does not matter. Smirnoff has it. Fires a shot. Glove save Babin.
Again, Trevor Babin has the hand-eye coordination, has the ability. If at the top of the two circles, you're just going to let one fly with nothing in front of him, he's going to be able to flash the leather just about every time.
Yep. Well, he's had a couple of those opportunities tonight where he's been able to see everything in. And Trevor Babin last night was absolutely fantastic, stopping 31 of 32 opportunities. His percentage now is at a very healthy 92.2. His goals against average dropped a little bit thanks to last night. It's now at 2.71. Face-off controlled by Motor City, under 20 seconds to play. We have a delay call coming up here.
Yeah, Hall sold it and was able to get the call. I think he did take a stick up near the face area.
Well, now Basie coming in to direct traffic a little bit. Everyone, though, well, it's going to be Devon Fields that's going to get escorted to the box with 17 seconds left, and now they're finally trying to still get things under control. It's going to be high sticking, though, on Fields.
Yep, end the first period, down a man. And Motor City, once again this weekend, going to be asked to kill a penalty.
Well, going to put the face-off on the far side dot. The four for Motor City to close out the period will be Rotundi, Milam, Giuliano, and I want to say the other one is Miguel Diaz. And it is. 15 seconds left. Motor City did not win the draw. Smirnoff has the puck. Pass into the slot. Martin can't hold on to it. Pitchfork can't be cleared. Kept in by Blue Ridge. 4 seconds left. Babin makes a kick save. Makes another save as the period comes to a close. Motor City playing with fire in the last 17 seconds. But again, Trevor Babin standing tall in that 4x6.
Yeah, not the flurry you want to see when you only have 17 seconds to kill, but Trevor Babin, hey, he's been pretty good. Now it's going to be about killing the last 144 when you come out of the locker room and keeping this lead in Motor City's favor.
Yes, it is. Well, so far the lead still is in Motor City's favor. Of course, first goal scored by Devon Fields from the outside. It was unassisted. Jonathan Giuliano added to it with Giuliano's, I want to make sure I get this right, 11th goal of the season. Giuliano making it 2-0, and then of course we'll still confirm who the goal scorer is. As of right now, it is Vladislav Vlasov, but it could still be Andrei Ivanov. We will get that confirmed, but as of right now, that's our scoring recap, and then Brady, the shot recap, stands at what?
Just 11-9 in favor of Motor City. They outshot Blue Ridge in the first frame.
Well, usually good things happen when Motor City outshoots their opponents. Better things happen when they take the lead first as well. Will they hold on to it? We will find out. We'll step aside, catch our breath, maybe have a guest on, maybe not. We will find that out as well. But we'll come back, we'll recap the action from yesterday for you as well as Motor City leads 2-1 here at Big Boy Arena. You are watching Rockers Hockey on the YouTube page. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, welcome back to Big Boy Arena. Want to get a couple of things clarified for you all. It is going to be a goal scored by Vladislav Vlasov. He did get a stick on it. The assists on the goal will be Andrei Ivanov, who now has 10 assists on the season, and getting the secondary in the faceoff circle was Sava Smirnov, who now has 9 assists. Well, who assists us with our official merchandise? It's Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing. They are the official merchandise provider of the Motor City Rockers. This family-owned Michigan business is conveniently located in Canton, Michigan. Looking for corporate branding with an excellent value at an economical price? Check out Lasting Impressions at litem.com. That's litem.com, a proud partner of your Motor City Rockers. Of course, tonight, want to remind you also, Scott Koash is the winger of the game. Unfortunately, last night, we couldn't have Adam Kuhn cash in the deal for you, but if Scott Koash gets a goal, you can use your FanSaves app and get 6 buy one, get one boneless wings free from Buffalo Wild Wings. All you got to do is show them the app when you order to claim the prize. How do you get the FanSaves app? You just search on your phone at your app store, FanSaves, and then you follow the Rockers. And then, of course, after that, the rest is good. You have great deals as well. Motor City partnering with a lot of our corporate sponsors, doing a tremendous job helping you save money. The FanSaves app, one of our new sponsors this year. Also, haven't had an overtime game in a while, so want to remind you of our friends at Pinball Arcade. With more than 70 pinball and arcade machines, they have darts, bubble hockey, foosball, skee ball, and more. You can bring your kids, maybe have a birthday party there. And if you want to learn more what they have, just visit Pinball Arcade right here in Fraser on Utica Road and 15 Mile. Well, we promised you we would at least look, since no games are going on. We'll recap what happened yesterday. Of course, you know, the Port Huron Prowlers had a big 5-1 win over the Elmira River Sharks. Mitch Jones, though, after that game, got put with a 2-game suspension for hitting an opponent in the head and neck area. So Mitch Jones will be suspended 2 games, but Mitch Jones has had a heck of a couple of games. He got a goal last night. Brett Parker got the lone goal for Elmira. Sam Merritt, Alex Johnson, Evan Foley, and Dalton Jay all scored in the game as well, as Port Huron now is 3rd in the Continental Division. Red hot. They have 3 straight wins. Of course, they have the night off tonight. Looking around, we know the Binghamton Black Bears. We were watching this one closely as well. The Black Bears beat Watertown 5-3, though the Wolves tried to make it interesting late. Tyson Kirkby started the game with a goal. Alexander Gamatov tied it on the power play before Binghamton rattled off 3 straight for a 4-1 lead. 2 of those coming on the power play. Jesse Anderson getting the even strength goal, and then Connor Smith and Jesse Anderson got power play goals in the second period. It was 4-1. In the third period, 37 seconds in, Trevor Lord getting a big one to pull the Wolves within 2, and then Justin Schmidt normally knocks people on their face, knocked the puck in the net. It made it 4-3, and then an empty net goal by Austin Thompson with 11 seconds left made it the 5-3 final out there in Watertown Arena. But the Wolves, could not bounce back. Binghamton playing tough as well. And then the Zydeco lost 3-1. Columbus only had a quick, they had, for most of the game, they had a 1-0 lead. But then, of course, they had a big lead, and they kept that lead. They had a 2-goal lead thanks to Cody Wickline and Kyle Moore, and then Noah Robinson cut into the lead, and then Kyle Moore got his second of the game, and ironically did not even get a star of the game for his effort. Tyler Waugh, who's been spelling Brendan Colgan, got a star of the game instead, which is kind of surprising. Then, of course, Mississippi Seawolves beating the Carolina Thunderbirds 4-1. Jackson Bond was the first star of the game. Hugo Koch was the second star, and Blake Wyrick in net, making 31 of 32 saves as Mississippi again won 4-1. Jackson Bond had 2 goals for the Seawolves. Peter Panacek got the lone goal for Carolina. Again, Hugo Koch and Joachim Nielsen got goals as well for the Seawolves. As of right now, it's still 2-1. Obviously, we will step away. We will come back with our thoughts on how the Rockers can improve and build off their 2-1 lead against the Bobcats. You are watching Motor City Rockers hockey right here on our YouTube page. We'll be right back. Well, since the Rockers won yesterday, again, you can use fan saves to help you save money right here at Slapshots Bar at Big Boy Arena. For the price of a 16-ounce, thanks to fan saves, you can upgrade that 16-ounce to a 20-ounce. All you got to do is show them the fan saves app that you're taking advantage of the deal. The Rockers getting a win yesterday, so on Tuesday from 5 to 9, got to show show the offer on your phone, but upgrade your 16-ounce to a 20-ounce as you and your friends get to unwind after work. Well, Brady, it was a fun first period. Motor City jumped out to a 2-0 lead, better than what they did the night before. What did you see that Motor City was doing that allowed them to jump out to that 2-goal lead?
Thought they sustained a lot of pressure. They didn't give Blue Ridge a lot of opportunities from in close and just played an overall better game. Actually, despite only being up a goal, I think they played really well. And if they play like that the second period, hey, they'll get a couple more bounces, and I think they can have a chance to pull away in this one. But Blue Ridge got one back late. By hook or by crook, they got one back off the stick of Devon Fields. It lifted it up over the shoulder of Babin, and they're right in this game. So despite playing pretty well, only have a 1-goal lead, have to come out and keep that same intensity you had in the opening 20.
Yeah, and of course, Motor City still has to kill about 1:22 of a power play as well. Motor City still pretty good on the PK. What do they need to do to make sure, because in the last 17 seconds of the period, Blue Ridge peppered Babin at least twice, almost got a goal to end the period. They were coming in hot. I know they had a meeting before today's game about their special teams. What does Motor City need to do to make sure that they can stop those opportunities and keep Blue Ridge off the scoreboard in the first minute and a half here?
Do what you've done all weekend long. Keep them to the outside and don't get lazy. Blue Ridge hasn't had too much of a power play presence. It just kind of goes around, and if someone gets a look on net, they'll take a shot. So keep doing what you're doing. If you can get a win on the opening draw, you can make your life just that much easier. Kill a few seconds extra before you have to go back in your own zone.
Yeah, well, we will see if that comes to fruition or not. Both teams coming out of the tunnel as we will get the second period underway here at Big Boy Arena in just a few minutes. Of course, as we get the second period underway, Watertown and Danbury literally ready to drop the puck. Binghamton and Elmira ready to drop the puck as well at Vision Veterans Memorial. And of course, in just a few seconds, Columbus and Baton Rouge will start their game as well. So not only did we lead off tonight's action, everyone's about to join the fun. Hopefully you have a beverage, maybe a snack next to you. You can enjoy the next 20 minutes with us as well. Of course, we're also going to keep a close eye on Alex Basie and Elias Thompson, see if we're going to get a round 2 tonight. They had round 1 in the third period. In the third period yesterday. It was 3 quick punches by Basie, and it was over. So, could see that happening. Both teams trotting out their starting lineups here. Again, minute 44 left. On the penalty to Devon Fields, it was a high stick. We have the second period underway. Here's Daly, gets an opportunity, can't get it in front, ran out of real estate. Motor City gets a quick clear, and that will be a swipe of the brow.
Trevor Babin almost caught in between, able to scramble back in time, but well, that's not the start you're looking for if you're Motor City.
No, it's just the way Blue Ridge ended the first period, coming out with their hair on fire here in the second. Pass intended for Daly, goes behind. Motor City can get a shorthanded opportunity. TJ Delaney goes, circle, scores! TJ Delaney got the empty netter last night, and just with a beautiful wrister tonight, gets a big goal there for Motor City.
Yeah, not sure if there was a miscue from Blue Ridge, but he wasn't being overly aggressive in that moment. It was just a puck that I think was a bad pass, maybe took a bad hop. And Delaney, hey, did a great job, picked the corner. And keep playing like you have been. Take control of this one. They've been outplaying Blue Ridge, and it's been a little more dominant than it was a night ago.
Well, we'll talk about Delaney's dominance. There's an opportunity in front. Motor City can't get the clear. Delcart keeps it in. We'll update you on Delaney's hot streak that he's been having since coming back from being inactive. He has 3 goals in 3 games. Here's Svinsoff looking for his first goal in a while. Also killing valuable seconds, losing the puck in the circle. Motor City being a little over-aggressive, but they're not going to pay for it. Delcart tries to get it back to the middle. Vlasov, who was credited with the goal, carries it in, dumps it in as he gets pestered. Puck's not going to go far. Delcart has it again in the neutral zone. Newberg backhands this one down low. Babin stopping the puck. Rimmed out to the far side. Motor City with a good clear off the stick of Colton. Svinsoff being opportunistic, attacking the puck. 15 seconds left. A couple of slippery spots on the ice. Doesn't look like the water's completely frozen over here at our pond. But Hall's going to come in, fires that one just wide. Devon Fields is a free man, goes in and creates an opportunity. Here's Mike Wynn, has a man in the middle, that's Holt! Oh, just one time, just could not complete it. Big save there by Green.
And that rush is on Connor Green. He did not let anyone on Blue Ridge know that time was running out. So Fields was able to come right out of the box with no awareness of how much time was left on the power play. He's able to create the odd man rush. He nearly paid for his mistake.
Yes, he almost did. Good call out. Yeah, you didn't hear the stick taps there by Connor Green. Not seeing the first goal, not doing that. It's an off night. Makes you wonder if he was caught off guard that he was supposed to start. He's normally better than this. Puck along the wall. There's a shot by Martin. That was wide, but Babin will freeze it and hold on to it there. But like I said, 3rd goal in 3 games since being inactive for TJ Delaney. You go back before he was inactive, was absolutely incredible. Back against Elmira on the 22nd. Had 4 goals in that game. And then, of course, he had a 4-game point streak where he had 3 goals and 3 assists in 4 games. So you take those 3, as Babin holds on to that one. I got to do quick math, and I'm not good at it. So there's 4, 5, 7 out of the last 8 games for TJ Delaney with a point.
And that's why it was so exciting when you got him. You got Koash back, because the Rockers are just a different team with those guys in the lineup. And then you throw Nick Miguel Diaz in the mix, get Gaudet off of IR, and this Blue Ridge team is finding out pretty quickly this weekend that this is not the same Rocker team that came over to Virginia a few weeks ago.
No, definitely a different team, a more complete team. Of course, we talked about it last year a little bit as well. You know, anytime a team is on the road, you might see a different lineup. You know, some guys travel, other guys do not travel. That is some things that happen in the league. It's happening here with Motor City with a couple of our players as well, as Devon Field is going to the box again. But do you think that could play into it a little bit? I mean, we know obviously a couple of guys are playing. They had to sign Contrado yesterday. Do you think that's maybe a little bit of a factor for Blue Ridge as well?
I just think they have a couple nice pieces, but when you compare them to playoff teams, if you're being honest with yourself and you sit down and you go through the roster of Blue Ridge, you say, all right, how many guys would be a top 2 liner on anywhere else or have been? And again, if you're being honest, the list isn't very long.
No, it's not. Delcart has the puck. Gives it to Matonik. Matonik sends it down low to Wolf. Wolf back to Matonik. Centering opportunity. Matonik holding on to it. He's been a guy who's been on and off, fighting injuries. There's Vlasov! That rang the doorbell and just went wide. Holy smokes!
Well, that's a bad giveaway down a man.
That is not a good one, but man, that was an extra defender. My goodness, minute 20 left. Vlasov had a good look there. He's going to ride it along the wall. Takes it down low. Now gives it back to the point. Delcart can reverse course. Instead gives it to Vlasov. We'll try it again. Babin makes the save. Puck still loose. Babin, oh, that's a quick whistle. Going to favor Motor City.
If I'm the Blue Ridge bench, unless the net's off the moorings, I'm not quite sure why that whistle was blown. Maybe the net off a bit. Maybe, hey, if the official loses sight, that's when you assume it's frozen. But, yeah, that looked like, from my angle, that puck was still in play.
Yeah, that was a gift from the hockey gods. Devon Fields in the box for tripping. Got that confirmed as well. But he still has a minute 3 left of his punishment, and he'll be a reformed person and come back in to civilization. Motor City with a face-off win. Delaney. All 3 of Motor City's goals, Delaney had the last one, have been unassisted. There's a shot. Saved again by Babin. Took off about a couple of seconds there. But I don't recall a game that I've done where all 3 goals have been unassisted. That's pretty unique.
It's especially in this league. Usually, you get more assists than not. But yeah, that's a bit of a rarity.
Motor City gets the clear. That's Milam. Coming in on the near side, Martin losing it along the wall, 25 seconds left. Centering opportunity, there's a shot, Babin makes a save. Smirnoff firing that one. Hall has control of the puck. Motor City, though, gets it off. Mike Wynn will clear it. Green has to play it and settle it down. 7 seconds left, and Green still not telling his teammates that the power play is going to expire.
Yeah, and if my count is correct, Motor City has had 5 penalty kills this weekend, and they're actually +1 in goal differential in special teams without a power play.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, they are now 5 for 5 on power play pelts, and as you said, +1 in the goal department, thanks to TJ Delaney. Ciolik's going to be in the face-off circle. He and Adam Kuhn will do battle. Ciolik wins the draw. Motor City looking to get it out of their own end. Basie, quick D to Oakes. Oakes back to the middle and tipped in. Babin thought better of it, was going to go near side, went far side. Motor City still can't get the breakout. Newberg keeps it in. Wolf with a shot, and Babin saw that one the whole way in, stopping it with his glove, and takes us to the media timeout.
That's a bad giveaway, and those were the opportunities Blue Ridge was getting a night ago. But once again, Trevor Babin bails out Motor City with his stellar goaltending.
Stellar goaltending, and you said it in spades. It's really funny when you look at the shots on goal. Motor City does not have a lot of shots, but they got a goal out of it. Brady, what are the shots on goal? We'll get to that story.
Blue Ridge outshooting Motor City 9-2 this period to make a total of 18-13. Hey, Motor City got outshot last night, still got the win over Blue Ridge. Again, it's more quantity over quality for the Bobcats. Around the Fed, Danbury and Binghamton and Columbus all with early goals in their respective matchups. Danbury up 1-0 on Watertown, Binghamton on Elmira, and Columbus hosting Baton Rouge in Georgia. Dragons are up in that one.
No surprise that the Dragons are doing well again, white-knuckling it until Brendan Colgan comes back. But again, Tyler Waugh has been absolutely incredible. A good find for the Dragons down in Columbus, Georgia. Well, Motor City, again, has a comfortable 3-1 lead, but again, only 2 shots on goal in the second period. And one of them was a goal. TJ Delaney, been red hot, playing absolutely incredible hockey. Could he be a star of the game? Well, you're going to have to find out. Of course, all the stars of the game after the game, they throw out a T-shirt to the crowd. If you're here at Big Boy Arena, those T-shirts are provided by Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing, a proud sponsor of the Motor City Rockers. There's Svintsoff with a floater, and that's going to be a save by Green.
Yeah, defense helped him out, got in front, and Svintsoff was lucky just to get anything on that shot.
Well, Svintsoff didn't get much. Koash was there to deflect it. But again, Green has been kept in check all game long. Motor City, again, 3 goals. 3 of those goals are all unassisted. And 3 of those goals are only on 13 shots. Svintsoff has control of it. Gives this one up. Quick D from Milam to Miguel Diaz. Rink-wide pass. Koash tipped it. It's not going to be icing. Delcart has to play it in the corner. Conway will meet him there. Smirnov gives it to Ivanov. Ivanov has control of it. Now to the near side. Vlasov, rink-wide pass. Delcart, Matonik. Matonik enters the zone. Gets hit along the half wall by Milam, and here come the Rockers. They could have numbers. Svintsoff, Conway losing his edge and does not crash into the net. He's been knifing really well this weekend.
Yeah, and another opportunity gone by the wayside. Blue Ridge did a nice job getting back at times because, again, they play very aggressive. They'll get more bodies deeper into the zone than you'll see from other teams.
Well, the aggressiveness continues. Ivanov has control of it in the circle. Daly comes off the bench to help. So does Hall. So does Bonta. Puck now along the wall. Motor City still battling to get it out of the D zone here. Going to be flipped ahead by Koash, and it will be played. Delcart reversing course, gets Martin in stride, but they're going to call him offsides. Oh my goodness, I thought Martin did the toe drag, but Motor City again getting the benefit of a referee whistle.
Well, there was a reason why he was so wide open down the ice.
You're not saying it was because of his speed?
I'm Motor City, hey, they didn't have the best defensive night a night ago, but they're not going to let someone just stand that wide open at the other blue line.
Definitely not. We will check into that for you, Phil, as the puck goes back into the neutral zone. Coming in, Gaudet centers it to Delaney. Got his stick lifted there. Martin behind the net, had it there for a moment. Delaney still battling. Martin has it now. Tries to offer a bank pass, intercepted by Gaudet. Pass. Rotundi just sends it down low as he gets hit. There's a one in front, and Giuliano firing it, but it gets deflected out of play.
Again, Giuliano, a chance right on the doorstep. Motor City's been getting to the areas you want to get to as an offensive unit, and they're gonna. If they keep this going, the process has been solid. They'll rack up a few more goals.
I was gonna say, so far, Motor City still looks like, even though everyone's back, they had a week of practice, still trying to remember where each other are. It's kind of funny because last night they looked disjointed, but again, they had like that sixth sense where they knew their teammate was going to be somewhere, had a beautiful pass, and then it would lead to something. There's an opportunity there just wide. Holt had another good look. He had one earlier.
Again, Green has not had a good night, but he has not gotten a lot of help from his defensive core.
No. But it's just funny, again, like Motor City's still trying to find themselves, get into that battle rhythm with everyone there. There's a shot from the outside. But again, you see those like flashes of brilliance, right, Brady? You see those flashes of brilliance where they get the guy that's, caught in stride because they know that they're expected to be there. It's just like the timing is just like a half beat off.
Oh, and it hasn't hurt them too much. I mean, especially tonight, they feel like they are solidly the better team over Blue Ridge. I know you look, the shots are in favor of Blue Ridge, but if you've been watching this game, if you're here in Big Boy Arena, unless you have some yellow and blue tinted glasses on, I think you're seeing what I'm seeing, that Motor City had the edge all night long.
Yes, they have. There's the edge there in the face-off circle. Koash got tangled. Couldn't do anything with it. Puck still, though, in the offensive zone. Delcart gets it to Matonik. Matonik tried to center it, and he'll pick up his loose change. Centered in front. Vaslov has control of it now. Still being kept to the outside is Blue Ridge. They haven't really attacked the middle. They haven't really had a couple of good opportunities either. Delcart gets taken down behind the line. There's Finsov, has control of the puck. Conway coming in to help. So is Koash. Koash with a shot from the outside. Going to be an easy save there by Green.
And again, Green has struggled at times. That first goal was not one for the highlight reel, so I don't mind Scott Koash maybe not taking the grade A opportunity, but had a chance to put a puck on net. He did.
Well, he doesn't need the best angle. Sometimes the most shallow angles that he's had have been good goals. Had one before he went inactive where it was looked like it was a fadeaway shot. Does not matter. Scott Koash, he's a shooter. He'll fire wherever he can. That's going to be icing.
Looked like an incidental whistle, so we'll get a neutral zone draw.
Yep. Delaney, Gaudet, and Giuliano your forwards. Colton and Wynn your defensive pairing. Nicoletti, though, quick D-to-D after the face-off win. Gaudet intercepts the pass. Hall settles it down. Hall looking for a centering opportunity. No one there. Daly with a shot on a shallow angle. Babin makes the save. Comes out. Motor City has it. Giuliano inches it ahead to Delaney. Centers it. No one home for it. Giuliano settling it down. Still has it. Delaney gets control of the puck using his length. Centers it. No one home for it. Giuliano had it for a moment. Now Martin with the puck. Gives it to Daly. Hall was way off sides, and that's an easy whistle.
Little delay actually blowing the whistle. Wasn't sure because their sight lines on the near side boards can be obstructed at times, but yeah, in real time I was waiting for the whistle. It took an extra second for it to come, but yeah, that's an easy call for the linesman.
Face off, Siolik and Kuhn will stare at each other. Good win by Siolik. Chris Siolik from Orchard Park, New York. A couple of guys in the league from Orchard Park. Siolik has played in 22 games, only has 6 points to show for it though. Face off at high noon at center ice. Won by Motor City and Adam Kuhn. Oakes gets it up through center to Wolf. Wolf riding the wall as he goes deep. Now just dumps it in. Newberg chips at it, gets it to Siolik, battling, trying to get control of the puck. Motor City all over him. That is Kuhn just being white on rice. Now Holt, and now Kuhn with a hit, still battling along the wall. Hit's starting to come. Here's Milam, has control of it. Try to get it to Wells, just behind him. Basie takes him off the puck, allows Oakes to carry it in. That's a giveaway. Koash coming in, into the circle, gets taken off the puck. Motor City looking for a good opportunity here. Taking a measured approach. There's a shot deflected in front. No one was there for the rebound. So we are halfway through this game. Almost 9 minutes left here in the second period. It's going to come to the end line. Motor City's going to chase after it, and Green will finally freeze it right there.
And no defenseman wanted to come back and pick it up. Didn't really give Green much of a choice.
Nope. Green will do the easy thing there and freeze the puck, and while he does, see if anything's happening around the league, and of course update you on those shot totals.
Shots on goal for the second period. Blue Ridge 10, Motor City 7 for a period and a half total of 19-18 in favor of the Bobcats. Around the Fed, still 1-0 Danbury on top of Watertown. Same score, Binghamton on top of Elmira, but Columbus are scoring early and often. The River Dragons 3, Baton Rouge 0. And of course, Port Huron in Mississippi with the night off.
Well, not what you want to see. Danbury having a 1-0 lead, Binghamton having a 1-0 lead. Binghamton, you would expect it, but again, those hat tricks are nipping at your heels. Of course, again, we look at the standings really quick. We talked about it in the pregame. Motor City has a game and a half on Danbury, 5 points ahead of the hat tricks. They have 49, one shy of 50. Danbury has 44. Watertown is further behind, though. They are 13 behind, but still pace Elmira by 6. In the Continental Division, we know that one a little all too well. The good news is for Motor City, though, if they were in that division, they would be third. Well, until Port Huron won it yesterday, they would have been third. They would be fourth, just ahead of Mississippi. .9:05 left here in the second period. Motor City, face-off circle is Scott Koash. Smirnoff wins the draw, though. Delcart riding it to the wall. And now it's going to get cleared to center. Conway gives it to Fields. Fields has been playing hard tonight, just not within the rule book all that well. There's a hit by Conway. Puck's going to come in. Matonik has it, gives us one up, centering opportunity. Ivanov did a smart move, gave it to Vlasov, just couldn't get a stick on it though.
Been in a little bit of a lull here in the middle of the second period. I know it's cliche, but with the 2-goal advantage to Motor City, feels like the next one's going to loom large. Either Blue Ridge gets the spark plug they need to try and come back in this game, or Motor City can try to put the Bobcats away for a second straight night.
Yeah, Bobcats have gotten better as each game's gotten on, and Friday and Saturday there was a shot that got deflected wide. But again, still trying to piece things together and get continuity going. Delcart, quick little D to D. Ivanov surveying his options, gets it ahead to Daly. That was a good stretch pass. Now to Martin. Martin gets taken off the puck. Motor City Good back pressure there. Gaudet, smart pass to Wynn. Wynn's going to use his speed. Racing to the timeline, dumps it in. Gaudet will chase after it. There's a quick shot. Motor City still has it, settling it down now in the offensive zone. Gaudet to Colton. Colton sends it right back. That one was just wide. Daly will pick up the rebound and get it back to center. Now Nicoletti tries to settle it down. He can't. Mike Wynn will try it again and get it out of harm's way. Josh Colton now trying to get it to Kuhn. Motor City just a little too deep in their own end. They really can't get the breakout going just yet. Now they do there. Delaney helping out. And now Motor City thought there was maybe a hit or something, and now Wells is going to go after a player behind the play. And now there's a fight. Wells coming off the bench. And here he goes, him and Martin. Tristan Wells getting a couple of rights. Getting an uppercut in there as well. Wells taking Martin to town. Martin giving it back a little bit. He wrestles Wells to the ground. You knew that was coming. Some of the fans were chirping as there was a play. And Tristan Wells standing up for a teammate. I'd say that's a win for Motor City.
Tristan Wells, a pretty good tilt, a lot better than the one we saw a night ago. And Wells got a few good licks in there. That was a good old-fashioned drop the gloves, let them go. Hey, they had the whole side of the ice to themselves. That was a good, clean fight.
That was a really good one. Tristan Wells has been playing with a little more attitude as he gets comfortable. This one,
I'd imagine it just be,
right,
this seems pretty straight up, 5 for fighting on both sides. I don't know, unless there's something I missed, which is always possible, I don't know if there's what else would be on top. That seems like as boilerplate, 5 of fighting both sides as I've seen.
Well, trying to see what caused it. Looking back on the replay here, it's not exactly evident from our camera angle. Oh, there was a big hit. Martin offering a hit, trying to see who he laid out into the boards. So that's what caused the fight. Martin should be in there for boarding and fighting. And I think that's what Koash is talking about right now to Chris Rowe. Rowe is saying, I didn't see it. It doesn't matter if I see it or not. But Koash lobbying his hardest, but that's what led to it. Like to see immediately, though, Tristan Wells standing up for a teammate, trying to see who that rocker was that got hit. It could have been Kuhn. But again, that's just an educated guess.
Yeah, so that was a long way to get to the result I could have told you was going to happen 2 minutes ago. 2 guys dropped the gloves. Oh, yep. And now let's hurry up. Okay, now we're in a rush.
Well,
just had a coffee and a donut at the scorer's table before before we dropped the puck for Lord knows what they were talking about.
I don't know. Still, 5-on-5, 2 guys in there for fighting. We might see a continuation with a couple other players, but either way, here's Finsoff as we get action underway. I was going to say, sometimes from our angle, you can't really see what leads to fights if it's right in front of the bench area. But it is what it is. Here's Wolf. There's a shot from the outside. Easily saved by Babin. And now there's more pushing and shoving after the play. Newberg getting into it. Koash getting into it as well. And now there's a fight behind the play, the 2 guys you would expect. Elias Thompson and Basie. And Basie and Thompson are more wrestling than punching. Give them an opportunity. Basie trying to continue. That should be a continuation. Basie wants him. Elias wants him as well, but the officials will not let him go. Basie should get an additional continuation after that. The officials did separate him, and Basie continued.
Yeah, I have a feeling those 2 are going to try to get a proper bout in when they come out, but I would just expect the 2 5s going at it again. And now with the back-to-back fights, I have a feeling this crew's going to crack down. You're going to see a lot more penalty minutes than you did last night.
Yes, you will. Well, I would say round 2 still went to Alex Basie, even though Elias did get a couple of good uppercut body shots in there. I think that's why Basie wanted more of them. So you know what? Based on that, round 2, it will be a judge's decision. Who do you think won that one? We'll
Nobody.
Go to the score. Nobody. Okay.
Nobody. That was as good of a fight as that first one was. Second one was not worth the price of admission, though I know those two can have a better bout.
Well,
that was more hugging, and they wanted to have the proper one when they got separated. It was just a bit too late.
Just a little too late. We checked the judges' scorecard. The judges say no one won. It was a draw. There's a centering opportunity as we get play, and there's a save by Babin. Holy smokes, Vlasov almost had Babin beaten. Babin just stretched a little too far, but still made the save.
And that started with a pass that got tipped up in the air. I don't think anyone saw it. Landed on the blue paint in front of Babin, led to an opportunity for Blue Ridge.
There's another opportunity right in front. The Bobcats really trying to spark any type of life they can into this team, whether that's fighting, hitting, trying to get goals. Oh my goodness, here comes Vaslov, has Oaks down low. That's going to be blocked by Milam. We still have a media timeout to go through as well. That's going to be coming up in a few seconds. Centering opportunity broken up. Here's Giuliano to Delaney. 3-on-2 charge. Delaney with a shot. That one just goes high and wide. Delaney was the last goal scorer. It was a shorthanded goal here early in the second period.
Delaney didn't have much of an angle. That time I would have liked to see him hold on to it, wrap around, and see what he can set up.
Well, Miguel Diaz gets the D to start the breakout. Here's Rotundi off Wells' skate. No, that's Gaudet. That couldn't be Wells. Wells is in the box. And that's a free souvenir. That was batted out. That should be 2 minutes delay a game, and it will be.
That's a pretty easy one.
So wait, are we actually going to get?
No, that was.
I was going to say that was a rocker.
Yeah, that was a rocker. So back again on the penalty kill. This time it looks like it's not Giuliano because they're pointing at the bench. It's going to be Koash.
Right. Oh, Chris Rowe. No, that's not. No, that's Paul Jean. Well, they're going to send. They want Giuliano to go to the box.
He was in his own zone and he didn't hit anything.
No. Giuliano's trying to say it was deflected onto his stick, but he still swung at it.
But he hit it twice.
Well, right. You hit it twice. You still swung at it. It's a delay of game. I mean, it is. It's a delay of game. Paul Jean is telling him, get in the box. So with 5:02.
Oh, now they're sending someone else as well? Now Miguel Diaz, this has to be another delay of game. So now it's a 5-on-3. I'm going to have to, I don't know what Miguel Diaz did. I thought Giuliano is who they get. I thought the Giuliano one was pretty cut and dry since he tapped it twice. I agree with that one. I have to see what this Nick Miguel Diaz one is. Unless it's, I did not see a signal.
Well, I mean, if it was on Giuliano, his number would be up there twice, and Miguel Diaz would be serving.
So they get Diaz for delay, but it's slashing to Giuliano.
Okay. That's what we got. Letter of the law says it is what it is. Motor City has to kill a 5-on-3. Not ideal. But again, the Bobcats are last in the Fed on the power play this weekend so far, 0 for 5. They are 0 for 3 right now in this game. They were 0 for 2 yesterday.
Haven't had a 5-on-3 yet this weekend. This is good of an opportunity as Blue Ridge is going to have to make it a 1-goal game.
Well, yep. Can they take advantage of it? Daly try to go down low. Milam winning that battle, but he's going to get quickly hit into the corner. Holding on to it is Smirnoff. Just being deliberate. Smirnoff looking at his options, gets it right back. Smirnoff at circle. There's Vlasov with a shot, or Ivanov, excuse me. Puck's going to come out. It's a good clear for Motor City. Minute 5 left here, the 5-on-3. Rockers hanging on. Rotundi over skates. Milam trying to cut it off. That triangle looking more isosceles. And Babin got ran into, and he's going to hold him down.
I think we might get a penalty or two here.
Well, Babin's not doing anything. Well, we'll see. We'll see if anything comes of it. Either way, it's going to take us to the media timeout.
Well, we know it'll be a 5-on-3. The question is there going to be one stacked on top of it? 3:53 to go, second period. 3-1 Rockers on top. Shots on goal for both sides in the second period. As once again, the Wi-Fi just has wonderful timing. We'll go to the out-of-town scoreboard first. Danbury up 3-0 on Watertown. Binghamton up 3-0 on Elmira. Baton Rouge got one back, still trailing in Columbus 3-1. Shots on goal, Blue Ridge outshooting Motor City 13-8 in the second period for a game total of 22-19 in favor of the Bobcats.
Well, Motor City, I mean, this period looks like the inverse of the first period, really. But again, the 5-on-3 should lead to more offensive opportunities as well. If you're looking for a good opportunity, maybe you're looking to change your insurance, Ronald Chalker's your guy. He's your local Michigan Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township. They've been protecting and providing Michigan families with insurance since 2016. So for all your insurance needs, trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Chalker. Of course, you see on the crossbar there, we mentioned it a lot during every game, our crossbar is sponsored by Iconic Goaltending. They have clinics here in Metro Detroit for young goaltenders looking to improve their game. Information on private lessons, team skates, and performance analysis can be found at iconicgoaltending.com. Of course, tomorrow have great deals for you. You got the 4 for $24 if you wear Lions gear. If you're a walk-up and you use the FanSaves app, you can get a voucher for 5 free tickets. We recommend you do that when you walk in because that offer, when you activate it, is only good for 10 minutes. But so far, nothing has been updated.
No penalties on that last play, so 43 seconds till we return to 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah, that's what I was double-checking. Babin, you saw him do something.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving. He maybe got away with one.
Oh. You mean you can't squeeze the dear life out of someone? That's what do you mean? 25 seconds left, though. Motor City doing a good job making this 5-on-3 look extremely pedestrian. Then again, Blue Ridge is helping them in that regard as well. Puck to Vlasov at the point, now to the far side. Vlasov gets it back from Ivanov. There's a shot. Babin, routine glove save. Making a big save there. 5 seconds left until Jonathan Giuliano and Nick Miguel Diaz come out of the box. One more time. Jonathan Giuliano in there for slashing. Nick Miguel Diaz in there for delayed game.
And now a big faceoff. If you can get a clean win, you're going to have two guys coming out on the far side of the neutral zone. If you can get a clean win and an exit pass, you might be able to get an odd man rush.
Well, an odd man rush and an escort. Puck, comes out. Here's Miguel Diaz and Giuliano. They come in.
Rockers now 7 for 7 on the penalty kill this weekend.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
And through 5 periods, yet to get a power play.
No, they have not. It's okay, still pacing the league there with 34%. But yeah, that's 2 power play pelts. Bonta gets it up to Newberg. Newberg tries to chip it ahead. Ciolik now back to Newberg. There's a backhand. Babin shoulders it. Another shot. Newberg has control of it. Try to get it back to Ciolik, though play will continue. I was going to say, we were wondering if this game would turn physical, and it has definitely turned physical here in the second period. 2:14 left here in the middle frame. Nicoletti, there's a shot. That's going to go wide. Wolf keeping it in. I think that's Babin's stick in the corner.
Yeah, he has had a hard time holding on to that today.
Now there's Babin making another shoulder save without his hardware, and it's going to be a good clear for Motor City, and it will not be icing. Nicoletti has to play it.
Even if it is icing, that's the right play. Get it out of the zone, let your goalie reset.
Yep, sometimes icing is a good play. And there's a good chip out. Here's Conway leading a rush. It's a 3-on-2. Declan with a shot. Green makes the save. Centering opportunity, and no one was home for it. Here's Conway again down low. Oh, Gaudet couldn't bury it.
Great thought by Conway. Made it look like a shot, but he had one intention with that. That was to put it on the stick of Gaudet. Just couldn't quite tip it into the back of the net.
Here's another opportunity. That was Matonik breaking that one up. Motor City still has it. Delaney to Giuliano. Giuliano still waiting for a good opportunity. We're under a minute left here. Good bank pass. Miguel Diaz comes into the circle. Backhands that one for a centering opportunity. Kuhn's not there. Here's Milam, gets control of the puck. Everyone tags up. They're going to continue this one. Delaney now picking it up. Wraparound attempt. Green pushes it away. Matonik can't get it out. Kuhn holds onto it. There was a big hit behind the play. TJ Delaney offering that one. There's another hit there by Kuhn. And Delaney again delivering a shoulder. And now people are going to talk. And now Kuhn's going to go at it. Kuhn.
Bonta.
Yeah, and Bonta. My goodness. I can't see what's going on. Everyone in front of us standing up. Brady,
It's about wrapped up.
Well,
there wasn't too much to that one.
Well, Kuhn got a couple of good body shots with the uppercut there. Kuhn's just going to go through the tunnel as we only have 28 seconds left. But man, Adam Kuhn, tensions are rising high. Couple of fights already. Elias Thompson got into one. Tristan Wells got into one. Now Adam Kuhn got into one.
Yeah, I didn't see if there was anything that preceded the fight that would necessitate any other penalty. I have to imagine it's going to be 5-on-5. Just another 5 for fighting. But, again, with our sight line, especially on the benches, when something exciting happens, we are very, very blocked by some of the fans. So just have to be honest and tell you, we don't really know what exactly happened. We're going to have to default to the official's judgment, and I think they're bringing someone else to the box. Oh, no, you're asking for the linesman.
Well, Wells is going to go. Thompson's going to go. They're going to allow them to return to the bench, so everything's right there.
To go up for Blue Ridge, is it going to be
it has to be
a power play?
I mean, it has to be. Bonta was the one who initiated the fight. It was jaw-jacking.
Hey, it is a 5-on-4. First power play of the weekend for the Rockers.
Well, you know what that means. The power play is brought to you by Genesis Credit Union. Learn how Genesis can put more money in your pocket and become one of its 200,000 members. Learn how.
So someone has to serve for Bonta, though, don't they? If you got that in 5 for fighting.
Yep. Someone
has to serve, but nobody's in the box.
Well, again, if you need to learn how Genesis Credit Union can help you out, go to their website, genesiscu.com, or stop in at one of their 28 convenient locations near you. But either way, 28.8 seconds left. Still getting things sorted out here. Motor City will go on the power play. Not exactly sure Bonta could be hit for cross-checking. Again, haven't gotten that confirmed either. But Motor City will still be on the power play. Jelinski's will serve for Bonta in the box. Do we know Bonta's infraction? Don't know. Well, the off-ice officials are working hard to get an answer for us. We'll have 28 seconds left, and hopefully we'll have an answer by then. There's Milam with a shot. Rebound comes out, picked up by Koash. Here's Milam. Quick D to Miguel Diaz in the middle. There's a shot. Rebound still loose. Green making 2 big saves. Motor City still has it. Svintsov, 10 seconds left. Gives it to the point. Milam, Miguel Diaz, centered in front. Svintsov with a shot. No, that's Koash, and it's going to be saved.
My Motor City, I'm taking Trevor Babin out of the net, trying to get one more body out there.
Well,
there's no way off the draw. You're sending it down the ice. So no risk and, well, potentially a reward.
Well, Babin looks to be content in his 4x6. Gordy Brown is content seeing him in the 4x6. Koash and Newberg in the face-off circle. Paul Jean, again, making his presence known, telling people what to do and where to be. Still 2 seconds left on the clock. Face-off win, and that'll do it for the period here. Motor City will have 1:32 left of their power play, but Brady, don't know how the shots were, so if you can update us on the shots, and we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in a bit.
Yeah, after 40 minutes of play, Motor City leads on the scoreboard 3-1. But in the shot department, it is dead even, 25-25 in the second period. Blue Ridge outshot Motor City 16-14. And as we head to the second intermission, scores basically the same. Watertown got one back in Danbury. It's 3-1 hat tricks there. Binghamton still up 3-0 on Elmira, and it's stuck at 3-1. Columbus over Baton Rouge. Seems to be a theme tonight.
Yes, it is. Well, we did get clarification. Bonta got in there for fighting and being an instigator. That is what the official call is. So, of course, Ricard Jelensky's is going to serve that time. There's still 1:32 left of that as well. But we will step aside, and we will come back in a few short minutes with our general manager, Nick Field. He was kind enough to come into the booth. We'll talk about how he survived the roster churn, what he looks for in a player, and how he constructs a roster as well. You are watching Motor City Rockers hockey on the Rockers YouTube page. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, we'll do it right now. Nick is ready. He's got his kids with us. Get to see Dad at work. Nick, thank you for joining us on the broadcast.
Hey, Ben. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, have your sons. We know your son plays hockey wearing a Railers hat, or who does he play for?
Rochester Rattlers.
The Rattlers, there it is. So being a hockey dad and also being a general manager, just out of curiosity, how do you watch your son play? Do you give him tips, or you just enjoy him enjoying the game?
Little of both at his age, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to mentor him and try and guide him and lead him in the right direction as far as hockey. But, at that age, he's 8 years old, so, it's primarily about his skill development and all that, that goes along with that.
What position does he play?
Yeah, he plays right wing, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, not bad. Got a winger on the team, so maybe in a couple of years we can bring him on the Rockers. So let's talk about that, though. We were put in a very precarious position a couple of weeks ago. Some guys were inactive and got opportunities, elsewhere. But you guys got creative, and we talked about it here on the broadcast. They weren't Band-Aids. We called them gauze pads because the guys you brought in were very, very well put together. You had Cam Burt, Adam Kuhn still with the team. What do you look for when you're put in that situation? Is it just who's in your Rolodex? Who do you know? How do you guys patch together a roster like that where you find guys that aren't Band-Aids, but guys that you're asking to contribute to be weapons and be effective? How does that process come about?
Yeah, so, when you get put in a situation that's not ideal, at the beginning of the season we started off, I think we didn't lose in our first 10 or 12, somewhere in that range. And then we had an unfortunate injury in Danbury with Danny Vanderweel. And then, from there, since about early December, we've been dealing with the injury bug, and then we had guys, like you said, that were inactive on loan. So it's been a bit of a challenge here the last 6 weeks for sure. Fortunately, the guys that were here, the character that we have in the room and the leadership, we've been able to continue to, to put some wins together. And as far as the guys that you're referencing that we find to help out, by no means would I call them Band-Aids or gauze pads in the sense that, those guys are coming to help us, to help the team, and be a part of the team. And fortunately, being in the market that we're in here in Detroit, we do have a plethora of hockey players that have played at higher levels at some point in their career. And, like I said, we're a little fortunate that we have the opportunity to find guys around that can help out.
Definitely. Guys like George Holdigan, Cam Bird, a guy who teaches at TPH, people that are unfamiliar. TPH is a hockey high school, very similar to like IMG is for football down in Florida. And it's really funny. A lot of guys that go to TPH, they've come to games, and I've talked with them, and they're just blown away by what Cam does on the ice, just finding those groups again, making plays, with that hockey IQ. They're just blown away because you see a different side of your teacher, right? There's something that, they tell you what to do, and then you maybe question, okay, am I doing it the right way? And then he comes in, hasn't played professional hockey in a while. He's been a teacher, he's been a mentor, but comes in and just makes it look effortless.
Yeah, so Cam is an interesting example because Cam played at very high levels of pro hockey.
Yeah.
He played Division I college hockey. He played in the ECHL. He played in the AHL. He played at high levels overseas. And those are the types of guys that are in the area. Yep. And the relationships that Gordy and I have are fortunate enough to allow us to find guys like that want to come and be a part of it and help us out. And, as you mentioned, he's been in a handful of games at least, probably 4 to 6 games, I'm guessing.
Yep.
But with his experience and his leadership skills, it just adds to the group that we have with our, some of the veteran leadership that we have with Jamie Milam and Giuliano and guys like that have been around and played at different levels. So, again, it all goes back to being fortunate that we're in a market that has capable players that can step in as needed and kind of fill the gap a little bit until we get our guys back, which fortunately we're getting close. We still have a bit of an injury bug going on with some of our key players, but as you can see here over the past 2 weeks, we're getting close and hoping to knock on some wood here that we'll be getting into the stretch run with a healthy squad and get back on a playoff run here.
Well, of course, since we didn't really have a chance to talk at the beginning of the season in October and have you on the broadcast, obviously there's roster construction, there's roster constraints compared to last year and this year, but you guys were able to still get out of the 19 guys, I believe it was 16 back from last year's squad. What went into that? Was it an easy sell? Was it, the exit interviews we had at the end of the season, keeping in touch with guys? Was it keeping that large of the nucleus together and build off what we did in our inaugural season last year? How did that come about?
So it all starts with the guys that we have to begin with, right? Yeah. And they all came in last year being a new team. Fortunately, we were able to find a good group of hockey players that were also good character guys, and they had a good experience last year. Thankfully, the ownership group, we tried our best to make the players feel good and treat them the right way, while they're here being a Rocker. And that goes a long way within the locker room, within the team. And, when you have success on the ice and you have a good group of guys, then it's really easy for them to want to come back. As far as, like you said, keeping the relationships going and the sales part of it, I don't call it a sales job at all. It's more about the relationship, and as long as at the management level you can have that good relationship with the players and you understand their needs and vice versa, they have success on the ice, then I think it's an easy decision for them too. So it's all about trying to do things the right way, both on and off the ice, and trying to put a team and an organization together that is a top-notch organization and strive to eventually win a championship. And those guys all felt that way, and that's why they came back, and that's kind of why we're here right now and where we're at right now.
I was going to say, one of the questions I get from fans is, how long can you hold on to Trevor Babin? And, since you're here next to me, I got to ask you, he did get a great opportunity. He was in training camp in Kalamazoo, with the Vancouver organization, did a great job out there, played in one of their games in the preseason, got a win against Toledo, which is not an easy task. The Walleye are a very good team in the coast. But you guys have those connections where you can open up those opportunities for players. Realistically, how hard is it going to be to hold on to a guy like Trevor Babin, a guy that was maybe underdeveloped, but a guy that has developed and really shown here in Motor City and getting those opportunities where he can skip a level?
You know, to answer your question, that's not my decision, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any say of what teams or management at higher levels in the ECHL and those guys. I don't have any say in that. I do have say when they do reach out and we have conversations. What are you looking for? You know, what type of player are you looking for?
Yep.
What about so-and-so? So those conversations, you know, they've been had. In fact, I want to say early December, mid-December, we did get a call from Toledo looking for a specific guy.
Yep.
Unfortunately, for that player, they just missed him because he went inactive on loan for us to another team. So the opportunity is there. As far as, you know, how hard is it going to be to hold on to him, I think Babs loves it here. I think he loves being a rocker. I think he loves playing here in Big Boy Arena. As you can see, Scott Brandon and his staff have done a great job to you know, get the attendance up and sell corporate partnerships and all of that. And I think Babs would love to continue to be a rocker, but at the same time, you know, he's going to want to have an opportunity to play in the ECHL at some point as well. So, you know, as much as I'd like to say I have a say in it, you know, it really comes from the, you know, from the organization leadership at those levels, and then it gets to us, and we try to do our best to help our guys get those opportunities.
So it's not as easy as it's Toledo. No, just hit the decline button. No, I'm kidding. You wouldn't do that. But what, you know, we're halfway through the season. What have you liked from the roster you've put together? Obviously, you know, we're back to almost being a full-size roster. The D-core's basically all back as well. What do you see now that we're past the midway point that you've liked and what you would maybe hope to expand on for the second half of the year?
You know, it's been, honestly, even though we're only about halfway through the season, it's almost like we've had two different seasons because the first, you know, 15 games, we had our lineup and our core, and we were off to a great start. And then, you know, the last 14, 15 games, it's been a whirlwind with guys being, like you said, on loan or injured or sick. We had when we went to Danbury, we had a couple. We went there short in early December because we had two guys that didn't make the road trip of illness.
Yep.
And then we had a couple injuries during that weekend.
Yep.
And then, as you would expect, more guys got sick over the weekend. So we played that weekend like a mash unit. You know, I think we finished the Sunday game. You know, I think we had 4 defensemen and 6 forwards, you know, by the time the end of that Sunday game was finished, just because of illness and injury. So our guys have been persevering, you know, through that. And then it hasn't gotten easier since then, and that's kind of where the snowball started.
Yep.
But what I will say is, you know, over that 6-week period that we just experienced, again, the leadership group, they persevered. They kept the room, you know, the guys that were there, they kept the guys that were helping out and filling in. You know, they were all in part of the team and going out there to try and get wins. And like I said, they did a great job in finding success, you know, during those times. But where we're at now, I still clearly we like the group that we have. You know, our offensive unit, when we have everybody together, is going to be a force to be reckoned with. TJ Sneath is out currently. He's been one of our top players since we acquired him. And he, you know, so up front we're looking good. On the D side of things, we have a very deep defensive core.
Yep.
Put it this way, we have more good defensemen that we can fit in the lineup, which is a good thing. So there, you know, there's guys that are working and battling and trying to get, you know, make sure they're staying in the lineup. And overall, I think we're in a good spot. Like I said, I'm hoping that we can get over the next couple of weeks here, get everybody back, and get our full squad back together here, and see what we can do here the next 2 months.
Well, I know it's a hard job, but you make it look easy. Got a great roster, a great product. You do a tremendous job. I'll let you go to your second job, be a dad, and you know, keep the kids entertained. Thank you so much for the time, as always.
Appreciate it, Ben. Thanks a lot. Take care now.
Thank you. Well, there you go. That was General Manager Nick Field. He makes it look easy, but it is a hard job, and he wears the yoke really, really well. Makes it look effortless, and, again, just does a terrific job managing this roster with the roster churn, still keeping these guys competitive as, of course, Motor City is second in the Empire Division. We will quickly step aside to catch our breath. We'll come back with the start of the second period in a few minutes. Of course, Motor City leading the Blue Ridge Bobcats 3-1. You are watching the Motor City Rockers on our YouTube page and on X, formerly known as Twitter. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan. I'm Ben Sloggy, joined with, as